Hey guys, it's Metro, and today we're out here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. That's right, we're going to be doing a hike up to Camp 92. Right now we're at the Twentymile Trailhead, and it's only about 4.5 miles to our campsite today, but I think we're also going to be meeting up with a few other people on today's hike. I don't want to spoil the surprise, so make sure you stay tuned in the video for later. With that being said, let's keep moving. Alright, so first I want to say thank you for watching this channel, but more importantly, if you are new to this channel, consider hitting the subscribe button if you're into gear reviews and weekly hiking videos, because that's exactly what you'll find on this channel. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure you put a comment down below, as I'd like to hear your thoughts. Alright, so we've made it to the mile marker here. As you can see behind me, we're going to be heading up to the Lone Hungry Ridge Trail, and that's about 2.5 miles from this point. Again, I'm going to be meeting up with some hikers today. They've been out here for the past couple days. I'm not going to spoil who that is, but I'm looking forward to seeing them at camp. Let's keep moving. All right, so we just crossed over the second bridge, and we should be coming up on camp number 93, which is not our camp for the night. We're heading to camp 92. All right, so we're coming up to a third bridge here. Nice cascades everywhere along this trail. It is beautiful out here. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how awesome it is. All right, so we are coming up on camp 93, and there's a marker here to signal that. So, in case you didn't already know, you need a permit to have access to these areas. There's the bear cables right there. Okay, so we are just on a gradual incline. Again, it's only about 1,000 feet, starting off around 1,300 feet in elevation at 20 Mile Creek, or the trailhead. And to the cross point that we need to jump on, it's going to be about 2,300 feet. But if you can't hear, the water has sound, I should say, it has dramatically cut down because we are walking away from some of those major creeks. And you might hear a little bit in the background, but now as we're getting higher up in elevation, I anticipate we're going to be seeing and hearing a lot more because the water's not going to be as loud. So a lot of mud. It's pretty wet. Looks like it rained recently. And if you can't see, there are tons of mosquitoes just everywhere. All right, so it's only 11:05 and we're at the Proctor Field Gap. And again, as you can see, there's 3 different trails you can go on right now. This one's going to lead to the upper flats, the Camp 92. This is the route that we're going to go, also known as the Long Hungry Ridge Trail. But on this side, you'll also see the 20-mile loop trail. All right, so we're on yet another incline. So I guess you can never be too sure out here. There's always going to be something changing for sure within the dynamics of this landscape. Beautiful place though. Again, a lot of greenery, a lot of rhododendron, and not a lot of people, which makes it even better. Well, I think I've made it to camp site 92. I could be wrong, but it's looking like it. Let's see if there's a marker here anywhere. And this says 92. All right, so we've made it to Camp 92 out here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Again, we took the 20-mile Creek Trail to the Lone Hungry Ridge Trail to get to this point. Now again, I didn't see hardly anybody on the way out here, maybe 3 backpackers, and they were on a 20-mile loop, hence the name. But this is a pretty remote area, and if you are planning on camping here, make sure you take this in mind. The ranger actually told me if you're going to walk away from your pack, you got to make sure you hang up your food if you're more than 5 feet away from it. So there's heavy bear activity and heavy bug activity, so keep that in mind. All right, so it looks like I've got my tent put up pretty well. Again, this is the Duplex L by Z-Packs. Has that extra riser rod here on the outside for a little bit extra room on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and set up my kit for the day. Okay, so you probably saw me going through one of those Hyperlight pods. This is the large, and this is actually where I store my quilt. I actually have the Enlightened Equipment Enigma, and this is a 30-degree quilt, except it's got a enclosed foot box down below, and I love that, so it's easy for me just to kick my feet in, as you can see here. Very easy. It doesn't open up like the Revelation. And this is a 30-degree quilt. Now 30 degrees is extreme, so I take this on my summer hikes because I pretty much keep it open, right? So it's open the entire time. So I might just throw this on top and kick my feet on it and just have this as a blanket. Sometimes I use the Get Out Gear blanket as well, but this is a nice piece of gear for me. It smells good too. I just wash it, so hopefully I don't attract any animals with it. But this foot box, since it's enclosed, can get a little stinky from time to time, but this is a great piece of gear. Works for me, especially during the summer months. Okay, so another piece of gear that I picked up recently is this Z-Packs. I think this is the FUPA, the front utility pack accessory. I think that's what they call it, the FUPA. But this is made of that Ultra material. So if you've been watching my videos, you've probably seen the Waymark Ultra through. Well, this is the same kind of material. Let me show you the inside. So it's got the nice Dyneema, and it's been seam sealed. So the reason why I picked this up is I put my electronics, even though I've got extra Dyneema inside of Dyneema, I put all that stuff in here. So this is more of a waterproof kit, and again, good old trusty Ziplocs. This is just kind of like my waterproof bag. And another item that you'll probably notice I have on here is the thermo drop. As you'll notice, it's about 73 degrees right now, so it's not too hot. Perfect weather, but again, this has been ideal. I put this in the front of my pack and put all my electronics in it and never had an issue in rain. So great piece of gear. Well, I took a nap, man. I'm out for about an hour or so. It's 2:30 in the afternoon and still no sight of the gang. Now, they were talking about maybe doing a 7 to 8 mile hike today, maybe, but they're supposed to be coming in this way. It could have come down that original point that I showed you earlier to do a full loop, but I don't know. I think they should be here probably within the next hour, and that's like if they were just taking their time. Now, Gregory Bald is beautiful, so they probably wanted to take their time and take it all in. But I'm lonely. I'm on the lookout.
Part of that because I heard that.
What's going on, brother?
You weren't gonna be able to make it.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta pop in and surprise people from time to time. What's going on, my friend?
Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you. What's going on? Hi, Bridget.
Hi, what's your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Andy.
Andy?
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
And another.
He is Andy.
There he is, my friend.
Awesome
How you doing?
to meet you, my friend.
Good to
How you
meet you as
doing?
well. Awesome, doing good.
Well, we made it here to camp.
Bridget's over here. We did great today. Champ just made it. Metro's here, about to start a fire.
Yeah, that's it. I'm getting ready for it.
All right, so we all have ultralight chairs, but sometimes we forget our mat, and this happens. Sinking in by the campsite, that's no good. That's no good. Well, guess what? Backpacking with Jason has a hack for that. In fact, Jeremiah just cut this log here, and here's a simple fix. It's gotta be a nice thickness here, about that. And for the REI FlexLight Air, which is this chair, again, look at the bottom. Shout out to Backpacking with Jason. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't sinking in. Yeah.
I got up to get my phone, and when I got up, my chair fell down. And so then I sat back down and leaned on it, and it broke.
Oh no.
Wow, that broke.
That did.
Wow.
Oh, anybody got any super glue?
Oh wow. There ain't no field kit for that, brother.
Hey man, I got good news for you. Helinox, they
Yeah.
just warrantied out my last chair. They'll fix that.
This is technology at its finest. Look at this. There's an air pump.
Morning.
All right, good morning, guys. It has been a wonderful night out here in the Smokies. I slept like a baby. In fact, I think I slept better than most because others, like Crow, he said he got up at 2 in the morning. That guy needs sleep at all. Either way, before we get going, the guys are going to be heading out in just a few minutes, but I wanted to introduce you to Dave off-grid.
What's going on?
Dave, you're actually heading out to the Trans Catalina Trail, is that correct?
That's right.
And when are you planning to do that?
Probably September this year.
So Dave specializes in hiking out on the West Coast. So if you're looking for someone to follow that's doing a lot of hiking out on the California area, make sure you check out Dave Off-Grid. Alright, true professional here. This is stealth camper Crow. If you haven't heard this guy get up in the morning, it's because he's so stealthy. He just broke down his entire camp. While everybody else is still asleep, he's like, yo, I'm a ninja, that's what I do.
Ninja, baby.
All right, so that's that. We have packed up camp. Very easy hiking here at 20-mile up to Camp 92. Again, leave no trace. Nothing will be left behind. Great flat level spot. Check it out. So I turned around and everybody was gone just like that. I mean, look at this. All the campsites are gone. Everyone just bolted out of here. But I'm not alone. I'm hiking with my buddy Champ today. Champ's going for the 900-miler challenge out here in the Smoky Mountains. So he knows this place like the back of his hand. So he's going to show me a side trail that we're going to take as an alternate route back to 20 miles. So if this is your first time out here hiking and camping in this particular area, you're going to get to see the full, well, I should say full loop, a partial loop of what this area has to offer. With that being said, let's keep moving.